Faceless YouTube isn't dead, but most niches are. I've made 6 figures from faceless channels, and in 2026, only a handful of niches still make sense. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the only faceless YouTube niches working in 2026. Not theory, not trends, but niches based on real data. If you want niches that can scale, survive saturation, and pay you for months, if not years down the line, watch this video all the way through. As you've seen from the intro, in today's video, we're checking out the only 7 faceless niches that are actually paying and working in 2026. Coming in at niche number 1, we have the pet niche, quite a broad one, but it's performing very well in the faceless YouTube scene. We've got a couple of examples here. This channel called Dog Signals, they've got 8,000 subscribers. In the last 28 days, they've had over 778,000 views, and the RPM for this channel is likely around $3, seeing as their videos are only around 5 minutes long. Just to clarify, all the RPMs I'm going to be talking about and mentioning in this video are based on my experience. Of course, they may not be exactly accurate, but this is what I would think it would be based on the niche and the length of video. So being only 5 minutes long, they would have still made $2,334 in the last month alone from this channel. Now, the reason that this channel works is that it's evergreen content, high search demand results based on dog behavior, there's high discoverability and consistent demand within this space. We've then got another pet channel. This one focuses on cats, called Wildica, and the subscribers are 24.8 thousand, and this is crazy. In the last 28 days, they've had 1.7 million views, and like I said, the RPM is likely around $3. So that means they would have made over $5,000 in the last 28 days alone from this pet channel. And similar to Dog Signals, the reason this channel is actually performing well is that it's viral friendly animal content with mass appeal and a strong repeat viewer potential. That is why when you check out these channels, the views for each video are very similar. Up next, we've got the car niche, and you may be thinking, no, it's too saturated, top 10 cars are long gone. But the thing is, with a niche, it is never saturated. That is the #1 biggest myth and complete bullshit in faceless YouTube. Some of these niches will literally last for years. You just have to find a way to innovate yourself in the space. For example, this channel here called Wheel Factor, they actually didn't start too long ago, and they've got 35,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days alone, 922,000 views. And the RPM for this niche, seeing as it's cars, it'll be a bit of an older audience, and the watch time is longer, seeing as their videos average around 20 minutes, 15 minutes, the RPM is likely $10, meaning in the last 28 days, they made over $9,000 alone from their channel. Now, the reason that this channel works is because, of course, it's a high RPM automotive content with longer form videos being around 15 to 20 minutes on average, meaning they can have a lot of mid-rolls throughout the video. And like I said, it's an older audience, meaning a high income audience, meaning that ad spend from Google's point of view will be higher paying. Then in the same niche itself, it's actually not sort of like a top 5 cars or 10 most luxurious cars. It's actually details to do with the car. This channel here called Care Car Logic, you can see some of their videos. 15 mechanic scams everyone fails for. Stop using these 7 fuel injectors. So you're going to be thinking from point of view of a car owner. You may look at this channel every day for little tips and tricks when it comes to your car, whether it's repairing, hidden features of your car you didn't even know about. And that's why this channel is performing very well. They literally only have 11 videos, 2,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days alone, over 262,000 views. Now, basing those views off the RPM that I stated for this niche being $10, it means they would have made $2,620 alone in the last 28 days, and they only have 11 videos. Now, the reason that this channel in particular is working extremely well right now is that it's a practical car care content built around problem-solving searches using simple narration and B-roll for easy scaling. And by easy scaling, I mean you can ramp up output when it comes to this channel, because they're probably likely using 11 apps for the voiceover. The edit probably only costs around $20 to $30. So if you can post multiple times a day, there is no reason why you can't scale a channel like this exact one. Coming in at niche number 3, we have the property niche, and these style of videos have been killing it recently. And I know you're probably going to say, this channel here says on the Next Level extension that it's not monetized, but if you go onto this channel yourself, they are still posting every single day So to me, it doesn't make sense. What is the incentive to post if you're not monetized? Now, of course, you're going to post to reach the threshold for monetization, but they've evidently done that, having 7K subscribers. And if they're posting every day with the threshold met, it would obviously make sense that they are monetized. Well, this channel has 7,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days, over 546,000 views. And the RPM for this niche will be a bit higher than the car niche, seeing as it's property, so the Google advertisers will be spending a lot more on this sort of content. Of course, naturally, it's going to be an older demographic, so you take that into consideration. That means they've made a whopping $8,190 in the last 28 days alone. This channel in particular, Property Gorilla, is targeting UK property owners, driving high watch time, strong mid-roll delivery, and premium RPMs, like I discussed, from it being an older demographic and the videos being around 15 minutes long, so they can have multiple ads throughout the video itself, upping their RPM. You've then got this channel here called Discover the Nation, where they're evidently focusing on the US market. They've got 52,000 subscribers in the last 28 days, over 336,000 views, and with $15 RPM, that means they've made over $5,000. Now, similar to the UK property channel, the reason Discover the Nation is doing well right now is, of course, it's using evergreen content, location-based storytelling. You can see here like worst US cities, top 10 US cities, top 10 Florida cities. So they're actually niching it down within the channel itself. They just use public domain footage, so it'll be low cost for each video with high scalability in terms of monetization. Coming in at niche number 4, we have the politics news. And I know I said before, never enter politics, but this niche and style of videos itself are a bit different to what I was talking about before, because that was all talking about like Trump, tariffs, really outrageous sort of videos in the thumbnails itself. This is sort of more like a celebrity sort of vibe when it comes to politics niche, which I think is why it's performing exceptionally well right now. Like this channel here called Statecraft, they only have 100 videos, 17,000 subs, and in the last 28 days alone, they've had 2.3 million views. Now the RPM for this niche will be around $8, seeing as the audience themselves will be a lot older, being in a politics space. So you take that in consideration, 2.3 million views with an $8 RPM. This channel would have made $18,400 in the last 28 days alone. Now the reason this format is working for this channel so well is that it's fast moving political news, like I said, targeting an older audience, generating strong RPM, because in these videos they can have quite a few mid-rolls as it's over 8 minutes long, which is why this channel is performing well right now. You've then got this channel here called David Uncover. He's got 40 videos, almost 2,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days alone, over 380,000 views. You do the maths, with an $8 RPM, it means he would have made over $3,000. Now, similar to Statecraft, the reason it's doing well is that it's a reaction-based content, similar to like celebrity news, because there's sort of like endless news cycles going on, so you can have rapid uploads. Say, for example, there's a big political scandal going on. If you can drop one video and it works, double down and you can do like a mini series within that topic. Then at niche number 5, we have the fitness and health niche, sort of brought it together into one. And you got this channel here called Senior Care. They've only started recently with only 56 videos, 22,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days, over 678,000 views. And a common theme with a lot of these channels I've shown so far, they're targeting an older audience, meaning the RPM is obviously gonna go up. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point, but the RPM for this channel is likely around $12. Like I said, it's an older audience. The videos are around 17 minutes long, so you do the maths. With 600,000 views at a $12 RPM, they made over $8,000 in the last 28 days alone. The reason this channel is performing well right now is, like I said, it's a long form based channel focusing on senior fitness content, obviously targeting an older audience, meaning a high value audience. The ads running on Google for these videos will be paying a lot higher than other niches, driving strong watch time and of course mid-roll ads within the video itself. Now, I'm not too sure if the owner of the Senior Care channel actually doubled down within the niche and sub-niched into the food side of things, because the names are very similar and the packaging, Senior Care, Senior Vital Health, and if they have, well done, because they are printing well. This channel has 84,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days alone, over 300,000 views. So at a $12 RPM, it means they've made over $3,500 in the last month. Now, similar to senior care, the reason that senior vital health is performing so well is that, of course, it's evergreen content built around senior health topics, giving simple advice and repeatable content formats, making this channel itself highly scalable. Coming in at niche number 6, we have the economy niche, and this channel here called Behind the States, they didn't start too long ago. You can see here, their most popular video was literally 5 days ago. What's also interesting is their most popular video is based on grocery items, and you can see their third most one is based on grocery chains. So they evidently doubled down on the original topic, and it ended up being the best performing video on their channel. And in the last 28 days alone, this channel has had over 678,000 views, and the RPM for this niche will be around $15. The reason being, it has all the benefits: older audience, longer videos based on economy, meaning Google will be spending more on ads for this sort of content. So with a $15 RPM in the last 28 days alone, they would have made over $10,000. Now, the reason this channel is performing so well right now is, of course, it's like a long form sort of even mini documentary, you could say, within this topic itself, focused on layoffs, closures, cost of living fears, driving a high watch time, with the premium audience bringing in repeat viewers. Then similar to Behind the States, this channel here called Discover the Cities, they focus on rent and landlords in the US, the recession, the housing crash, and they're doing exceptionally well right now. They only have 89 videos, over 10,000 subs, but in the last 28 days, over 780,000 views. And with a $15 RPM, it means with their 780,000 views, it would have made them over $11,700 in the last 28 days. And the reason this channel is doing well, quite similar to Behind the States, it's a long form based channel, around 30-minute sort of documentary style, even 40-minute videos, focusing on housing breakdowns that drive high watch time, strong mid-rolls, and premium RPMs as it's an older audience. Then coming in at niche number 7, we have the movie breakdown or recap niche, and this channel here called Final Guard, they only have 72 videos with 26,000 subscribers, and in the last 28 days, over 331,000 views. The only sort of drawback from having a channel like this is that the RPM will be slightly lower as the audience is a bit skewed. You can have younger people watching these videos, older people, and in terms of Google ad spend, this sort of topic isn't exactly like buyer friendly or buyer active, which is why it would only be around $5, but still in the last 28 days, they've made over $1,600 from this channel alone. So a couple of reasons why this channel is doing so well right now is focusing on like pop culture movie breakdowns, list style videos. You can see here some of their most popular videos: 101 Squid Game facts you didn't know, every hidden clue in Squid Game Season 3's teaser. So it's tapping into that sort of fan curiosity and nostalgia for consistent evergreen views. You've then got this channel here that is killing it, called Scene by Scene. They only started recently, just 43 videos, over 10,000 subscribers. You can see that they're focusing on Stranger Things, and in the last 28 days alone, they've had 1.2 million views, and with a $5 RPM, they would have made over $6,000. And similar to the Final Guard, the reason this channel is doing well is that it's a sort of deep dive movie TV analysis, focusing on like the hidden details, the storytelling theme, driving high watch time and reliable mid-roll monetization, and of course a repeat audience with this content. Well, that's going to wrap up the 7 faceless niches that are killing it right now and actually paying well within the space itself. The only thing left for you to do is execution. If after this video you still have a few unanswered questions, whether it's setting up your first channel, the niche to enter, how do I even do the videos itself, should I outsource it, I do have a completely free Discord full of like-minded creators like yourself. We're in there every day talking about niche ideas, video topics, sharing our wins. If you want to be a part of that community, it's top link in the description. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys got some value from this. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you can either like, comment, subscribe with the video itself. And if you have any future video ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.